Today we have to go over a horrific man overboard situation that recently took place on a Norwegian cruise ship during a charter cruise. A Bonnie and Clyde group of thieves that decided to steal some valuables off of a Carnival cruise ship, and I guess they assumed there weren't any cameras working at the time. Also, Norwegian Cruise Line, or NCL, just unveiled their newest vessel currently in the works, and it's set to be an innovative game changer. Now, as most of you know, normally here on this channel I usually talk about one big topic for 8 to 10 minutes and go as in depth as possible, as well as give my opinion on the matter. However, I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to kind of bundle this video up and give you guys a couple of different topics. Let me know if you prefer my regular style or you prefer this style in the comment section below, and I'd really appreciate it. First up, unfortunately, tragedy struck this weekend on board the Norwegian Pearl cruise ship on a 4-day sailing out of Miami between the dates of October 31st and November 4th. Now, this was not any regular cruise that anybody could just jump on. This is what was known as a charter cruise or a buyout, in which there is a certain demographic or a special event taking place on board. In this particular case, it was a heavy metal cruise called the Lamb of God's Headbangers Boat. By the way, it's not a boat, it's a ship. They're two different things. The incident occurred on Friday night, November 3rd, as the ship was completing its cruise heading back over to Miami. Unfortunately, a 41-year-old man somehow went overboard, and Norwegian did all they could to implement rescue efforts, but after 9 hours of searching, they unfortunately had to call it off. Meanwhile, you had the Coast Guard and other local authorities trying to aid in the search, and typically when these searches take place, they will look for anywhere between 24 to 48 hours. However, at least up to date, it hasn't been confirmed on whether the search has been called off or whether they have found the 41-year-old passenger that went overboard. You did have host of the event weigh in on the matter, saying they are saddened by everything that's taken place and they hope that it comes out to a positive conclusion. And as I always say when it comes to stuff like this, obviously you guys should keep an eye on your loved ones or whoever it is you're sailing with on board a cruise ship. Make sure you guys are careful, because even if you're on the vacation of a lifetime, you're still living in the real world. When it comes to somebody going overboard, especially at night, you have to understand, you go overboard, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It's very difficult to do, so you want to avoid it at all costs. People go overboard globally around 24 or 25 times per year, so it's not common yet, it's not uncommon, but you guys just have to be careful. Obviously, when I say be careful, I mean don't do stupid things like sit on the railing trying to take a selfie, don't play over by the railings, and if you are having thoughts of unaliving yourself, then you probably shouldn't be on a cruise and you should seek help. Next up, we have to talk about some art thieves. There were two people, a man and a woman, I'm guessing they were together, that decided on a fateful late September evening at around 2 a.m. they were going to sneak into the art gallery and steal two sculptures, valued at over $13,000. Unfortunately for the couple, and fortunately for Carnival, the cameras would be rolling and they would obtain footage of the couple stealing the sculptures. I do have to ask, how big are these sculptures that we're talking about? Because how did they fit in their bag and how were they able to take it off the ship? Nevertheless, the auctioneers didn't notice until the following day once the cruise had concluded. This took place on October 1st. After that, the local authorities were notified, the FBI got involved. They were able to obtain a search warrant in which they went back and found pieces of the sculpture. However, charges have yet to be filed against the man and woman that committed the crime. By the way, a little drop of knowledge for all of you out there with sticky fingers, especially on board cruise ships. On most modern ships, there are around 2,000 cameras scattered throughout the entirety of the ship. So should you decide to commit a crime like theft, best believe there's going to be camera footage of you, whether it be on any Carnival ship, Royal Caribbean ship, MSC ship, NCL, you name it. Unless, of course, we're talking about the Carnival Conquest for whatever reason. They don't have any cameras in the nightclub or hallways. However, nevertheless, you probably shouldn't commit a crime because, well, you're still liable to get caught, as you should, and you should face some jail time, fines, and bannings. Finally, Norwegian Cruise Line has announced their newest ship, the Norwegian Aqua, soon to join her sisters, the Norwegian Prima and the Norwegian Viva. I'm thinking about doing a dedicated video on this particular ship, as well as all of the new ships soon to come out into the world. However, for now, we're going to keep things simple, as Norwegian is announcing on this particular ship, they're going to be adding more thrills. Like, for example, they're going to be putting in a roller coaster water slide hybrid, which will contain two slides and a magnetic lift. There will also be a new glow court for interactive activities. As far as in a new addition to the accommodation side of things, they'll be adding a two-story haven suite. The Norwegian Aqua will be conducting week-long sailings to the Caribbean out of Port Canaveral, Florida, starting in May 2025, and bookings are now open. I don't know about you guys, I'm definitely going to be on. I've been on all the new Norwegian ships. I've had a great time on board, and Well, I'm excited. Anyway, that's what we got for today's video. Make sure you guys give a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my new channel that's also revolving around travel, everything except for the cruise ship industry, the Travel News Channel. Also, let me know what you think about this bundling, or do you guys want me to dedicate more time to a particularly bigger or maybe trending topic? I'd appreciate your comments in the comment section below. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.